What's up, guys? Andres here from the Strong Family Money Show. I read an article the other day about Zillow, and in this episode, I'm going to let you know what I think about it. I usually upload these by themselves on as parents, and you not have a plan to in your Disney Plus and all that stuff on your computer, right? You can use, and when you're in a caloric deficit, to try to. So everyone knows Zillow, right? Everyone knows Zillow. Everyone's visited it to check out home prices in their area. Everyone's checked on the neighbor's house to see how much it costs. Everyone's checked at on the family across the street who just bought the home to see what they bought it for and how much it cost the guy before them. So they just I have read an article. So they just posted pretty good return on their stock. An article went over how they did it, right? How they thought they did it, right? So there are other sites of this type that let you be hands-on on buying and selling your home. They take care of the paperwork as would a real estate agent. Zillow also does some financial stuff when most of their money was made by because money's cheap. A lot of people want to refinance, and they handle it on their site as well. So we're moving to a society where everyone wants to be able to do, because of the internet, right? And the internet's great. I like it, and I use it all the time. I'm a techie guy. The internet is a really good thing for lots of things, right? So because everyone wants to be hands-on with their stuff, right? Online banking, you get to, you don't have to walk into the, bank to take care of your finances. You can take care of them on your own. This is where, people now want to not interact with somebody to buy and sell a home or take care of financing on their property, refinancing their current property. And that's all in good, right? Lots of stuff should be put back into your power. You on your own can take care of lots of things on your own. But in full disclosure, I'm a real estate agent. What a site like Zillow or a site like Redfin or stuff like that, what they can't account for, or they can't provide you, is the experience of knowing an area, helping you, and most importantly is helping you. So you get an agent, right? You sit down with an agent and you talk to them, and you explain to them what you want. And then they go off and they try and find something for you. And then you look at the house, right? And you can go in and physically look at the property, not right now, but in normal times you can. And while you're there, the real estate agent is checking you out as well, right? We're looking at, you enter the property, how did you look? What was your face like, right? How long did you spend on the property? Did you look at everything that you thought that was important to you? And we're mentally taking notes about what's going on, right? And so at the start of the real estate process, the agent sits down with you and says, what do you want, right? What are you interested in? What are your likes and dislikes? What kind of homes do you like? Blah, 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 right? And you give them this information. And so with that, they go out and they find this home. And upon entering the home, the real estate agent can get a vibe on, they didn't put this down on their paper, but they really like when they see this in the property, right? Or they did put this in their paper, but they would never really look at that when they go into the property, right? So maybe it isn't as important as they thought, right? So the real estate agent can then look at how you're acting when you're in the property and help you make help change your decisions, right? Bring you properties that, even though they don't match your the characteristics that you say you want in the property, based on how you're acting when you enter them, right? The agent can then come and say, this is something that I thought, based on what we've looked at, that you might like, right? And that you get from interacting personally with somebody, right? Even if you're not on a property, just how you speak to somebody, you can say, well, they're this, they may be this kind of person, or they mentioned this a lot to me when I talk to them, so this might be something that, right? They mentioned that they like to go out to eat a lot, right? But they didn't put proximity to restaurants in the list of things that they want. But because they were talking about, we went to this place and this place, you can say, well, I found this property. It's next to, this strip of restaurants. It's something that you might like to look into. We should go take a look at it, right? So things like that you only get by interacting with somebody on a regular basis, right? And sometimes, you might say, well, regular basis, right? How long does it take to buy? I mean, it's a home, right? So you want to make sure that you're making the correct decision. So there might be, in some transactions, a lot of interacting and talking, and it may be a long process. Once you get started in the process, then there are time constraints that you can put on completing the transaction. But when you're going out there to find a home, right? My wife and I, when we bought the house that we're currently in, we did like a 3 or 4 month stretch of looking at houses every weekend. We decided that it was not the right time for us to do this. We took a break for like 6 months, and then we did another 3 or 4 month stretch of looking at houses every weekend. Right? It does take to find the home that when you walk in, you're like, yeah, this is the place that we want. It takes quite a while. And what a real estate agent also does is during the process, right? So then you're going to make an offer on a home, or you think you're never going to find the home you want, right? The real estate agent is there to say, hey, the market's doing this. This isn't uncommon, right? You need to just let everything play out, and it's not a big issue, right? Or if you're in a transaction, you got to sometimes say, sometimes people take a little longer than they thought they would, right? Let me see if I can, move them along a little faster. So there's a lot of being like a psychologist and a coach, and helping, encouraging people to not give up on what's going on, that it's normal, right? And that's what an in-person real estate agent does for you, compared to you just emailing someone back and forth, or you just putting your pictures online of the house you want to put on the market. The algorithm is great. It is quick and easy. But there's no one to call at 10 o'clock at night when you think you want to throw it all in, because you're not going to find what you want. So for certain things, the internet's great, but when you have to, when there's emotions involved, and when it's something that you really have no experience doing, as just a consumer trying to buy or sell a home, you shouldn't be tasked with understanding the whole process. A lot of the times, real estate agents are just there to make sure that it's as transparent to the customer as possible. You take on the responsibility of making sure everything is all the I's are dotted and the T's are crossed, and everything gets to the other side on time, and you make sure you get everything from them on time. So I don't think that sites like this are going to take over the real estate game. I think they're going to find their place, as far as there are some people that they are very transactional, and all they want to do is, I want to do this and I know it, and that may be great for those people. But there are some people who are they just want to say, they want somebody to help them through the process, and they want to not have to make any tough decisions. I don't want to say on their own, but without someone laying it all out for them, and going back and forth with them and explaining it to them in a way that they will understand. A lot of people need that to feel comfortable, because it is a big transaction, and they, before they sign on the dotted line, they want to make sure that they and not so much understand everything, but it's more of a they are comfortable with everything, and having someone across the table from you who's explaining it to you, right, that increases their comfort level. So anyway, that's my opinion on the article. I don't think that these sites are going to take over the real estate game. I think they're going to find a place to take the people that don't either do well or want to interact with somebody out of the pool of potential clients. And even then, they may find out that that's not the route that they want to go through and come back. But it'll leave the people that, they really need somebody to help them through the process. And that's what a real estate agent's there to do. Anyway, I'll leave the link in wherever I'm posting this so you guys can read the article. Let me know what you think. Shoot me an email. Let me know what your opinion on the article is. This is Andres from the Strong Family Money Show. Thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you guys next time.